What's up guys, Rich here, and we have a watch display box in a couple of different sizes by QWatchBands. And if we're not familiar with who QWatchBands is, well, they're the pioneers and the designers of the hexagon leather watch rolls. And I really like these a lot. I've been using these all the time because of this unique layout right here. The top, the lid, folds out, and it gives us a surface to rest our watches. So whenever we're at the meet and greets, right, they're usually in a bar or a restaurant, right? And oftentimes the tables aren't covered with linen, so the tables are grimy. They have beer stains or other alcohol stains on them, and that's where we rest our watches, on those same grimy surfaces. But now we get to rest them on this. So I really like these. It's very clever. The quality is great. It's a nappa leather, and we can see that it's holding up really nicely. If we think we've seen these designs before, well, we probably won't for very long, because QWatchBands actually holds the patent on this. So if we've seen other makers with the same design, you should probably know that they will probably they'll have to stop making those designs because of the patent here. So you can still find these on with QWatchBands and soon on the minutesandhours.com website. So they are the same makers of this, and now they are providing us with a more luxurious alternative way to display our watches. So this watch display is for two watches. This is also the very popular watch display with the marble base. I know we all like these a lot, and I use mine a lot too, especially when I know I'm going to wear the same watch for a week. So this is basically this enclosed around wood, metal, and acrylic. And it's in a much more stylish and protective way to store our watches. We don't have to worry about if we're going to wear the same watch for a week. We can always store them in this way. And right now, this is storing my Rolex OP and my Marathon GSAR. This is just really well thought out, really executed. And, you know, there's no shortage of watch accessories for us, right? There's just a lot of them. But what makes them stand out is the value of the watch accessories and the quality. Now, if you can get both, then you're going to find a winner. And I think that's what we have here, because this is a great build quality, really well thought out, and great value. This is made with real wood. This is in navy, and they come in a lot of different colors. Has the cream pillow, but they come in different colored pillows and different wood bases. The handle is metal, and it has metal tracks here. Just really well thought out, really well executed. And if you're worried about maybe what happens if you pull this out too far, it stops there. So again, it's just really well thought out, and very comforting to know that we just have a really cool visual way to store our watches. You know, we've seen other boxes that don't have the padding. I've seen some where you have to lay them on its side around a ring, and there is no microfiber padding. It's just a wood surface. First of all, it's not the best way to store our watches on the side, and it just doesn't feel very safe on a surface that is not protected by some kind of padding or microfiber. This has that, so this is a solution, and just, I think, better thought out, and it just looks very stylish. Also, those other boxes, when you put the lid on them, it's just kind of plopped down on a flat surface, and if you accidentally knock it over with your hand or a finger or tap at it, it's gonna knock the lid off of those boxes and knock your watches off in the process. That's not gonna happen with the QWatch display case, because it has this platform all around it. So when we put the lid back on, and if we knock it, it's not going anywhere because it is surrounded along this platform. So it's not gonna fall off. I'm pushing on it now, and it's not gonna knock off our watches in the process. So just really well thought out. This is for the 2-watch holder, and it's 9 inches tall. It's 7.5 inches wide, and it's 5.5 inches deep. It has a drawer here that we can store whatever we want to. It comes with a cleaning cloth. I have a couple of these. I store one on my desk and one on my dresser, just because it's just visually appealing to look at. You can store your neck chains on here, bracelets or rings. Again, this is padded microfiber, just like this. One of the other things that I was curious about when I first had this was, what happens if the watch slides down? Well, that's a non-issue. So here, let's say we accidentally knock our watch forward, or it just slides down on its own, it never comes into contact with this base. So this watch is very well protected on these kind of display cases. So again, there it is, never comes into contact because of the space in between the pillow cushion and the surface. So just really well designed, well thought out by QWatchBands. I really like these a lot. The retail price is $69.90, but there will be a 20% discount code, and I'll leave that in the description. That brings the price down to $55.92. So for under $56, we get a really nice storage option for our watch with a drawer. So again, this is for the 2-watch holder here. I'm gonna now show you a bigger version of this that will hold 4 watches and our other accessories. I'll be right back. And here's the watch stand display for 4 watches. It's the same 9 inches tall, but it's 13.75 inches wide, and it's also the same 5.5 inches deep. So this is for 4 watches, and again, this is basically this, but with 4 watches and enclosed around wood, metal, and acrylic. So this is holding my Lindwerdelin, my Grand Seiko, and 2 Veros. Here's the neck chain. Here's the drawer with a slot divider in between. So if we don't want something to come into contact with each other, this has a slot in the longer drawer. So these are just really well, again, really well thought out. Just, you know, I like these a lot, and I think it's just a nice visual way to store our watches. It's very appealing to me, and it's just very attractive and very well made, very well executed, very well thought out. The materials are nicely used here. Again, I just one of the better watch accessory options out there for us. The 4-watch box retails for $89.90, but again, with a 20% discount, it's $71.92. The 2 watches for $55.92. The 4 watches is for $71.92. Interestingly, when you try to order these from QWatch, they will actually be delivered or fulfilled through Amazon. And if you're like me and you shop on Prime all the time, you know that the delivery is quick and it's free shipping. So it's through Amazon, but you will also be able to find these again on the minutesandhours.com website as well. So look for these. I think it's just a very nice way to store our watches in a very affordable way. So because of the crowded watch accessories, to be able to stand out, it's sort of like a parting of the sea, right? I mean, if you find something like this, one for $56 or $72 for this with this quality, I think it's going to stand out and really stand out nicely for us in a crowded market of watch accessories. So if you like what you see here, if you want a visual way to store your watches in a very protective way and a really nice value, I think QWatch products are definitely worth a closer look. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you soon.